Dear humanity. Hello, it is I, Death. You know me very well. Well, I guess you know of me, but you don't really know me. I guess that's kind of what this is, huh? It's a way for you to get to know me, and a way for me to get my feelings and thoughts out to you. Or it would be if you ever saw this. I started this diary mostly because I'm lonely. Not bored, not sad, not angry. Just a little bit lonely. I want to talk to something. Anything. Of course, I could talk to Juliet, my roommate. But we've talked about everything 8 times over. She's a very good listener, but I want to talk to someone a bit more interactive. I've tried making friends many times. I've tried to befriend plants, bugs, and even humans.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I can't believe you can hear me. How can you hear me? That never really works out. The first human I ever talked to was the first human to ever die. I wasn't very comfortable talking to the living back then, but over time I've grown more comfortable with it, even though they can't hear me. My work clothes are the same as my casual clothes, suit and tie, bow tie. My day job, and night job, and every single second job is to guide the newly deceased to their respective afterlives. It's an often frustrating occupation. No one's ever ready to go. Human adults scream and cry on their way to heaven or hell, begging for me to let them back, crying out to their young children. I don't feel bad for them, and I obviously never let a death slide. If you die, you don't come back. This, of course, makes me the bad guy. It makes sense. How could you not be mad at the being taking away the people you love? Humans, you are so sentimental. Mourning family and friends long after they've gone and don't even have the ability to know about it anymore. It's admirable. And it's always been like this. Even from the dawn of man thousands of years ago, and across every culture, you continue to honor the dead. That's what makes you different. Most organisms mourn their dead for a day, if they even do, and then move on. Most organisms let the old and sickly die. But you've always taken care of yours. Of course, I'm not there for every death. That would be unrealistic. I do maybe 40 a day personally. The rest are kind of automatic. I'm just here to keep things in balance. I do have hobbies. Sometimes I like to break into an office and record a podcast. It makes me feel like a modern human. It's called Death Rises. I also do other things. I often break into workplaces and pretend I work there. I also frequent the local coffee shops. I love coffee dearly. I don't need it to keep me awake, I don't even need to sleep, but I often do just because it's more lonely at night. I walk everywhere and never lose energy. After work and my usual daytime activities, I come back home and tell Juliet all about my day. She's typically making dinner when I get home. We eat, then head to bed. I often dream of the beings whose souls I've guided. Though the dreams often vary, the one that always seems to come back up is when I spoke to Abel, the first human who died. For reasons I won't get into, his brother, Cain, brought him out to a field and murdered him. Once Abel died, he called out for his brother, and that's when I introduced myself. Murder was the very first of human death. The nightly news talks about murder. I often fall asleep to the news. It's always fun to hear about the death of the human that I was there for. I can see exactly where I was standing when I greeted the newly deceased. It's like being famous. It reminds me of my strange existence in a way. You know my name. You fear and worship me. You know that one day I will come for you just as I did all the ones you love. But no one, not a single living thing, knows when I'm sitting across the table from them at the local Starbucks. Love, death.